Content warning, the video is pretty spooky, it's got blood and gore and stuff, okay, bye! The definition of try hard is someone or something trying harder than necessary to achieve a very specific task. On a completely unrelated note, Wednesday is the brand new Netflix mystery show focusing on the fan-favorite Addams Family character, Thursday, going to a new boarding school full of quote-unquote outcasts and trying her best to get expelled. That is until murders start occurring, and the police don't want to solve them. So it's up to Wednesday, Furry Bait, Handy Dandy, and a load of other Addams Family OCs to save the day and bring back goth culture. Hell yeah! This might all sound like a good show on paper, but there are a couple things that were bungled up in the execution, so let's go and see what went wrong. Part 1. The not terrible stuff. First things first, the soundtrack goes hard. The subtitles do not do this soundtrack any good. But I have to give a nice and serious round of applause to Chris Bacon and Danny Elfman. Holy crap, really? Number 2, the directing is fire. There are so many scenes that hit so much harder just because of the way it's shot. The piranhas, the cello scene, both so good. All the characters are good except for in episode 8, but we'll get to that later. All the visual effects and special effects are good except in episode 8, but we'll get to that later. And I think that's all I have in the good department. Just that. Nothing else at all. Absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, except for God's gift to man, the one, the only, Eugene Ottinger. Hell yeah! This is the only time simping has ever been okay. Who knew that a nerdy side character with a passion for bees and a thing for hot werewolf chicks have dialogue this good? Like, come on! This lovely boy isn't on screen for long, but when he is on screen, he f***ing owns it. Part 2. The bad and confusing stuff. A thing that always needs to be good in any mystery show are the clues. And there are 2 types of clues in this show. 1, clues so confusing they make me want to curl up and die in front of a corkboard covered in string. And 2, clues so obvious an actual fetus could figure them out. If you want your clues to be mysterious and cryptic, fine, but you can't pull Uncle Fester out of your ass in the beginning of episode 7, drop the entire plot, and walk away. This next thing, I can't really explain why they put it in here in the first place. But let's talk about it anyway. Looks like it's time to talk about the romance. It's bad. It's very, very bad. I am specifically talking about the romance with Wednesday. The romance with Enid doesn't matter because she doesn't get together with Eugene. The romance is split between 2 boys because apparently nobody in your Pride-labeled show can be lesbian, can they? This is another reason why I like Eugene. The romance is split between Tyler, the definition of cliché high school boyfriend, and Xavier, who's kind of like if you took a blank plank of wood boyfriend like Tyler and wrote the words emo artist on it. I don't know if you get this or even if the writers get this, but the whole point of Wednesday, even among her own family of outcasts, is that she's emotionless and doesn't care, but does care, but doesn't care, but does care, but doesn't care. But does care. She has feelings, she just doesn't show them, and that should have been the case with the boys. Clearly, neither of them are the right answer. You should have gone with Eugene. I'm kidding. She should have gone with neither of them. This whole part of the show just reeks of trying to be marketable and open to general audiences. That's not what this show should be. This show should not be made for general audiences. It should be made for this audience. Safe to say the romance is pretty bad, except for in episode 8, but we'll get to that later. Golly gee, would you look at the time? Well, guess it means it's finally time to talk about Part 3, 8. I'm about to do a full spoiler recap of episode 8, so if you really want to see this show, watch it, come back, and then I'll give you my opinions. If you don't care, or if you have seen it before, have a good time. Okay? Is it the people here who have seen it? Okay, good. Now it's time for why I really don't like this episode. So right before episode 7, Uncle Fester walks in and drops the entire plot like, hey kid, the monster that's been killing people is called a Hyde because it's Jekyll and Hyde and hides inside people. So then after a little smooch session with Tyler, Wednesday realizes through the use of magic, oh wait, Tyler's the Hyde. Oh! So then she walks up to the plant teacher lady and goes, I know that you've been controlling the Hyde, who's Tyler, and you're gonna do mean things to people by using Tyler. But then the plant lady goes, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, I am. And I'm gonna use the body parts of the people Tyler killed to bring back a old pilgrim man to destroy your school. Ha ha ha. But first, Tyler's gonna kill you, aren't you, Tyler? But then Wednesday goes, you're not gonna kill me, aren't you, Principal Weems? And it turned out Tyler was Principal Memes the whole time. What? The plant lady kills Principal Memes, and then she goes down in her basement to summon the pilgrim, and then she does it. The pilgrim's alive again. But then Wednesday goes out into the woods for some reason. But then Enid's all like, oh no, I gotta follow Wednesday because I need to progress the plot. So then she does, but then she wolfs out, and then all of the furries in the audience have an aneurysm, and nothing else much happens in the woods except for the fact that Tyler is there, and Tyler is gonna kill Wednesday. But then Enid comes in and saves Wednesday from Tyler. But then Tyler and Enid have a fight, and the VFX artists for the live-action Scooby-Doo movie are all like, God, at least we didn't do this bad, am I right? And then there's an epic fight scene where all of the outcasts kill the bad pilgrim man. But uh-oh, the plant lady's still alive. What are we gonna do? If only there was some way we could... Wait, is that? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me that that's... Yes, he's back! The boy is back! The man, the myth, the legend! He has risen again! Alright, now it's time for the scene that royally pissed me the off. This is it. This is what did it. This is what broke me. This is what broke me, y'all. Wednesday learning to hug. The problem with this scene is the same problem I have with the 2018 animated Grinch movie, which sounds like a weird comparison, but trust me, I'll get there. The arc of the Grinch is that he learns to love, just in general, mostly Christmas, but still, he learns to love. And he does this through one true shining moment of goodness, returning all the toys. That is the moment he changes. But in the animated version, they have him let go of the reindeer. They have him tell Max he's a good dog. They have him do a bunch of other stuff that shows that he's actually nice on the inside instead of him doing a complete 180 like he should have. This is the way I feel about Wednesday's arc in the show, in this scene in particular. She should have done the 180 here, during the hug. She should have learned to love here. She should have learned to have a friend here. But before, there was all of the banter in the rooms with Enid. There was all of the Po-Cup race. There was all of the romance stuff, which shouldn't have been there in the first place, but it further accentuates my point. This is where Wednesday should have changed. Right here. But just like in the 2018 Grinch movie, they have her do a bunch of stuff beforehand, which softens the blow of what would have otherwise been a really hard-hitting scene. So after all that slander, can I still say Wednesday is a good show? Well, yes, I can. I absolutely can. Good show, 8 out of 10. I really don't like it. All right, so now that that's all over, please never talk to me about this again. I am so tired of Wednesday. I never want to watch it again. Okay, maybe I might want to watch some of it again.